Hello everyone and welcome to Lazyheart Gaming. I'm Wolf and this is Monster Train, a roguelike deck building game where we're trying to pilot a train into the depths of hell because it's been frozen over by the angels, which is bad. Let's jump right in and start a new run. The way this game works, there are clans that you choose. You have to pick 2 for each run. One is your primary and one is your allied, and they affect what cards you'll be drawing. Start the game with 2 unlocked, the Hellhorn, who are aggressive demons, and the Awoken, who are animal-like and foresty. Each clan has its own champion, and your primary clan will affect a champion you have. So I'm going to play with the Awoken, as I prefer them, the primary, over the Hellhorn early on, and we simply just depart on our run. As you play through, you will unlock the other clans, so each one has different unlock requirements. This is the map screen, this is our train, and this is the track we're following down into hell. So as you can see, we're currently in limbo, and as soon as we leave limbo into hell, it's all frozen, which is bad. We get 2 things we can do both of these. So let's start with upgrading our champion. Then we have to pick what this guy does. We can either give him spikes that just do damage whenever he's hit, so he'll start with 10 of those, and there are cards that we can use to increase it. Or we can make it so that every time he's hit, he increases the attack and health of the friendly unit with the lowest health by 1. We also get +1 cards each turn. I think I'm going to take the spikes for now, just because that's a bit more useful early on. And then over here we get an artifact. So these are items that will give us permanent effects. -2 unit cost is quite good. These are both actually quite good. I'm going to go with the unit cost for now, so that means I can get some more powerful units. And let's start our first fight. I can explain unit cost. So, this is our train. We have 3 levels plus our pyre. We can place our units on any of the bottom 3 floors, but we cannot place them on the pyre floor. We can cast spells on this floor if there's an applicable target. Each room also has a space, so if I put this unit here, it would take 2 of these spaces out of the current 5. There are things we can do to increase that. Down in the bottom left, we have our Ember, which is just our energy. So these units would normally cost 1 each, but because I took this artifact where they cost 1 less, they cost 0. We also have our deck. You can have a look. This isn't the order they'll come out in, it's just showing you every card that's in the deck. If we put this guy down, we can see what will happen at the end of this. If it's a cross, it means that unit will die. If it's a number, it will show you the difference in health from now to then. So this can be green and positive. Most of the time it'll be the negative. That's quite a lot of health for our guy to lose, so I'm just going to put this guy here as sort of a meat shield. And we'll put these guys up here just so we've got some second line of defense. So enemy units attack first, unless you have a card that makes them attack before the enemy units with a special effect. And then after each turn, the enemies will go up a floor, apart from the bosses. And when they reach your pyre, they will start attacking it. Your pyre has health. If that reaches 0, you die. It does fight back, and there are things you can do to increase both of these values. We also have spell cards. So this unit here is a special unit that we get bonus money for if we kill it. So let's do that, and we'll kill 1 of these just to keep this guy alive, because we don't want him dying. So there was nothing coming in on that turn, so we just played what cards we had. And once again, I've, given this guy a meat shield. So this guy's only going to have 5 health left at the end of this turn. We ideally want to kill bosses on the first floor they come in on, just because you get more points. But points aren't too important, they're just towards unlocking more cards and artifacts and whatnot. So, just like all the other units, he goes up a floor. We do this. This is a curse card that this boss has given me. So if this is still in my hand at the end of the turn, I'm going to lose 3 health, but I've got the energy to get rid of it. So I can play it, and it's gone. That's our first fight done. So, as you can see, it was a 2-turn boss rush, which means we only got plus 20%. 3 turn would be plus 30 if we beat them on the first floor. We also get money and a choice of cards. So take the money, and these are our cards. So this is a clan pack, so it's my primary clan. And we just get to pick which card we want. And I think I'm going to go for this thing. Just some nice damage and extra draw. And then this is the allied clan pack. This is a very handy card, because it pierces armor. So there is an armor stat, and the armor stat will defend against attacks. Usually enemies with high armor have low health, so that card is quite good at killing those. Next, we have a choice of paths. So we can't get all 4 of these things, we can only get 2 depending on which path we take. So here we can enhance our units and get a unit from our primary clan, or here we can enhance our magic cards and get a unit from our allied clan. I'm going to go this way, and before enhancing my unit, I'm going to see what unit I get from this. This guy has sweep ability, so he attacks every enemy. This card has multi-strike, which means it hits 3 times. I'm going to take the sweeper, and then we're going to go look at this and see what we can do. So, I can actually give this guy multi-strike, so he'd hit everything twice. Which sounds pretty powerful. And then we can also give him plus 10 damage. So he is hitting quite hard now. I won't upgrade the stewards, they're just very basic, and eventually you are trying to get rid of those. So now let's move on to our next battle. So on each battle, there is an optional challenge mode. So for example, on this one, all non-boss units would enter with 3 spikes and would get an additional 75 gold. As our main unit is a sweeper that's hitting multiple times now, I don't think that's a good idea, so we're just going to fight. So we're going to put our champion up front and our sweeper behind. That's okay, we're only losing 3 health. And let's just make sure we kill this little fairy for the extra money. Now, if the combat's a bit slow, there is a button up here, and we can speed it up. This is our boss fight. We're going to win this. You can see from the numbers, that's not even going to be close. So just end the turn. Let's make combat go extra fast, just because we know we're already winning. There we go. So 3-turn boss rush, we got the extra 30%, so we get quite a bit more score, which, as I mentioned, is useful for unlocking more cards. I like this card because it's a bit of heal and a bit of damage. Nothing in here takes my fancy particularly, so I'm just going to skip for now. Get a few coins, because you don't want your deck to get too bloated, otherwise you're not going to get the cards you want. So this time we can restore our high health and duplicate a card, or we can upgrade our units and get another unit as well. Whichever path we take, we can get this item, and this is like a randomized event. I don't need the higher health, but I quite like to duplicate my sweeper, so I'm going to do that. So now I have 2 of him. Let's check out this event. Sometimes you lose health on these events, so that higher health might come in handy on a way. So we've got a choice of 3 options here. Each one is going to give us an artifact and something else. So the artifacts will be the ones that go up here. So for example, this one, it gives us an artifact that means when we play a blight card, it will do 120 damage to the front unit, and then it's going to give us 3 blight cards that we can play, but they cost 3 energy, and they can only be played once for the rest of the game. So this one gives us an artifact that will give us plus 2 damage on every unit for every blight card in our deck, and it would give us 3 blights that we cannot do anything with. And this one lets us heal our pyre every time we play a blight card, and we get 3 blight cards that if we don't play them, we take damage. Alternatively, we can just leave without taking any of them. I'm going to take this one. I think it's a good thing to have, just being able to do 120 damage to units, and if we get further blights, we'll just be able to do damage again. And now we are on a proper boss. So So the bosses we've been fighting until now are sort of mini-bosses. And the real bosses, they fly up and down outside. So these are the angels that have frozen hell over. He's going to summon in a bomb every turn, and this game he's been given the ability that makes them explode twice if I don't kill them. Kill a couple of these guys just to make take less damage. I could just play higher up and let them die, but I kind of want to be on the bottom. We can heal this off, it's not going to be an issue. Now we've got our second sweeper, so we can put him there. And we can give him a meat shield. Everyone loves a meat shield. And then let's end our turn. So the bomb explodes before we can kill it, which is a bit of a shame. I should have used a meteor on it. Like this. And as you can see, we can start hitting the boss before he comes into play properly. So it is technically possible to kill them before they're in the fight. Which is a bit weird, but... Okay, this is a good time for this card that I got. Heal my units and kill all of theirs. And now we're fighting the boss properly. And as you can see, we already know we're going to win. So let's end our turn and watch him die. And there we go, that's our first proper boss. So the proper bosses give you a few extra rewards, including rarer cards and major enhancements. So let's take the money. So rare cards, these are normally more powerful. I think I'll take this one. With the right build, this one can be very strong, but we're not going for a rage or armor build. You can only use it once, whereas this we can heal multiple times. Now we get to pick a unit. I'm going to go for this guy. So I've got quite a healy deck. So these are the major enhancements. They will increase the damage and health of our pyre, and then each one has an additional effect. So we can increase our ember, we can draw +1, or we can have more space on each floor. I'm going to take the space on each floor because most of my units are low cost right now. And now we get a choice of paths again. And we can also upgrade our champion once more. It's actually a bit of a hard choice because this is useless, once again, but artifacts can be very powerful, and money's always handy. Additionally, getting rid of cards, I wouldn't mind getting rid of some of those stewards. I'm just going to go for the artifact. Okay, this is quite good. So this will let me play those blights for free, which makes me kind of wish I'd taken a different blight earlier on, but we are where we are. Also means if an enemy gives me one of those cards that damages my health, then I can play that for free as well. So now we got choices of upgrades again. We can just increase what he does, give him more spikes and more health, so things are going to be taking 20 damage when they hit him then. Or we can add an effect that when he's damaged, he does the cultivating and redraw +1. I think this is going to pair quite nicely if we put him with just the sweeper, so I'm going to take that. +6 damage, that's quite a bit. Let's give it a go though. This could go very wrong very fast. So this guy would have been doing 1 damage, now he's doing that much. But it's okay, because I can play this and kill 2 of them. Now if we put this guy in, and a sweeper, we can actually get 2 sweepers on this floor now. Kill this guy. He needs 2. That's a bit of annoying. I think we want this guy on the regeneration. And as I said, we can have 2 sweepers on here now. So we're going to be doing a lot of damage. This guy can have a meat shield. Yeah, this card now costs 0, so if I wanted I could play it and just kill that guy. Seems a bit pointless. We'll draw 1 next turn. We'll just do some more damage to him. No reason not to. Just going to heal all my units up because that guy's taking quite a bit of damage. And we can put all this healing on here. And we can put the extra stewards up here as a last line of defense that I'm pretty sure we won't need. And now it's the boss. So I think that went quite well. I'll play this down here just to kill that back one. And with one, so it doesn't really matter. Let's not play that, that would be silly. There we go. End of turn. And we're putting out quite a bit of damage quite quickly now, which is a good place to be in this early on. There we go. So we got the extra gold. So as you can see, that gives us a lot more compared to what we would have gotten normally. Should be great when I bother going to an upgrade shop again. And definitely taking this, because quick is very good. And you know what? I'm going to take this imp, because that goes very well with that card I just took. Why is the Pyre health so much with everything? Oh, that's artifacts. Okay, we're going this way. We're getting loads of artifacts. Neither of those are great for how I'm trying to build, but I'll take this. So this guy just sells me artifacts. Oh, I like this one. So now we can upgrade our units once more. Those other two aren't too good to me. I'm going to pay for a reroll and see if we get anything good. These aren't bad, but I think I want to save the money for my units. That was a bit disappointing, to be honest. Okay, 15 armor. I think we can handle 15 armor. We're doing enough damage. So, this guy, he's got armor, so if I used a meteor on him, I'm not doing much. If I do this, he's dead. Actually beefed that guy up a bit, which is not great. So he's actually going to survive. There's no point using that card. There's no point not using it either, to be fair, but... Okay, these cards are not coming through in the right order for me. We'll get the steward up here to just kill this thing for the money. I don't want to play this yet because his effect would be wasted. He can take a hit from this guy. And we'll give him the regenerate as well. I'm starting to regret all the armor. That's how these things normally go. You think, yeah, that's fine, and then it starts happening. So our Pyre is probably going to take its first damage now. There we go. So he hit the Pyre. He took 7 damage. Our Pyre took 7 damage, and then it killed him because it had enough strength. We've got the quick. So what this does, this unit will now attack before all of these units, which massively changes the outcome of this little fight. We're not going to kill this guy, so he's going to hit the Pyre for another 5, but then it's going to kill him. And we've got a rest turn. Pyre's going to take some damage again, which is a bit of a shame. But it's got enough to kill him straight off. This boss has stealth, which means for 8 turns he's not visible to my units, meaning he can just wear through me and ignore my best units. I can't play that unit because I just used all my energy, so that's okay, we're gonna win. I was debating playing the Purge card on this boss, but because we've got the win, there's no need. Save them. So yeah, we came out okay. We took some health damage to our Spire, but nothing too bad. I don't particularly want any of those cards, so I'll take the money. Yeah, same again on that one. Not great selections for my build. Now that I want the Pyre health, it's on the side that I don't actually want to do, because I don't need another sweeper, as fun as it would be. So I'd rather get the event and upgrade my cards, so... Take the money, always do the event before spending all your money. So here I can sacrifice some Pyre health to get different upgrades for my units. That's kind of a cool card, but I've got that unit that gets more power by healing, so I don't want that. I think I'm going to take this one. My Pyre being able to heal itself when it takes damage is pretty handy. Let's go upgrade our magic cards. So I can add 10 magic power. This is quite a good one for that because it's got 2 effects. Whereas if I just did this, well, it's doing 15 twice, so that's also very good. But this can do 12 damage to lots of enemies and heal me a lot. I can also also remove the cost of a card. So why not make this one free? This is a pretty good thing to do, especially with a minus energy, but because I've got that imp, I don't want to do that. Let's just reroll, see what else we get. Holdover lets me get the card next turn, so that goes quite nicely on a sting because you get the +1 draw, so you're just constantly being able to do 10 damage. I'm going to upgrade one of these meteors. I'll heal all my units for free. I'll pay to purchase Steward. I've got too many of those and they're not helping me. And now we've got another proper boss. So let's see how this goes. No trials on these because they're hard enough. So he's going to summon something that will apply Dazed and apply +1 energy. Okay. This boss you need to pay attention to what it's summoned. So this time it's summoned something that will apply Dazed to my units, which is kind of annoying of him. This guy not being able to attack for 2 turns, that's fine. He doesn't have any attack. This guy, that's a bit more annoying. Okay, so if I play a spell card on this floor now, all my other spell cards are going to cost +1, which is very annoying because I'd have liked to have got some healing going on this guy. I do actually have the energy to play these anyway. Though that might be a permanent thing, so that might have been a mistake again. We'll find out. Okay, we don't need to worry about that because it's on the top floor. Okay, we can play our quick. And we can get the imp to get the quick straight back and put that on the second sweeper. So now we're doing all of these ×2 damages before they even get a chance to breathe. So we want to try and avoid spell cards on this floor where we can. As well, kill that guy. Why not? Now he's gonna die before anything happens. So we might as well play these onto him. And the little imp's getting quite strong. He's supposed to just summon and die, but let's just get some regen going on this guy. We don't need to do anything else this time. We're fine. Okay, that's the effect we wanted. We can fully heal up here. Can do some damage. Can do some more damage. Oh, we're gonna win. Nice and easy. We'll take another full card. Yeah, I think we'll take the energy. I'm gonna go this way, trinket, health, and upgrading the units that have the extra slot. We'll take permanent +3 magic power. We'll heal our pyre up. I can add quick to a unit by default, which is kind of tempting on these guys, but I've got that double quick setup, so it almost feels like a waste. I could make my imp a spiky boy, why not? I'll make him quick. That way I know I've always got one that's quick, and I don't have to wait for the quick card to be in at the right time. Rage 7. We'll just give it to that imp. Why not? It's only 20 gold. Okay, I love this card, and I'd love to put it on my sweeper, because look at that. But the problem is, he then can't be in the same floor as the other sweeper with a shield. So I'm actually going to make this guy. And I'm going to give this sweeper even more damage. Let's give this guy even more health. And time to upgrade the champion again. I think I'm just going to make him more spiky. This one's always a mistake, but I'm doing it anyway. So they're going to fully heal between floors, meaning if I don't wipe them out on the first floor, they're probably making it through. So for example, I can only actually do 106 damage. He's quite close to death, but he's going to survive. And he gets a full health. You know, almost like that was a terrible idea. We'll use this just to get rid of that guy. I don't think I can do anything to stop him. Problem is, because that guy's got so much health, he's going to do quite a bit of damage to my spire as well. Okay, so this time we're going to kill him, which is good. I'm just going to kill that guy off. So let's now watch my poor spire get battered from my bad decisions. At least he's only doing 8 damage. Still got 110, that's good health. It's on here, and our turn. There we go. So we're sort of on top of it now. And there we go. This floor will be fed. Played that sting just because I get it back straight away. It's a 0 cost card, so why would I not? So we're going to win this one. Just play the meteors just to make it a bit easier. One of my units is actually going to come out with more health, I think that's it. And there we go. We lose points for taking higher damage as well, so we took 27. It's not great. But 400 gold. I don't particularly want any of those. Or any of those. Even more money, I guess. You can go this way for the higher health. This is the final boss coming up. You can scroll up and down to view the maps. So you can see the fire from up higher has unfrozen all of these circles of hell. Which is very nice. Let's go to the trinket shop first before we spend all of our money on magic. Because, for example, we can do that. Now we can add extra upgrades to all of our magic cards. That's quite nice. Each unit gains +5 health. We'll take that. Let's go see what we can do to our magic cards first. 3 heals, I like the idea of that. 20 magic power and consume. I'll do it. Permafrost lets me keep a card in my hand, but is it worth it? I'll put it on the tome. That way if I get it at the wrong time, I can keep hold of it. And refresh these. Hold over. So if I put it on this, what I kind of wish I could have done earlier, now I can. So this costs me nothing, and it can heal all my units and damage all the enemy units. 18 damage twice, pretty nice, especially when it costs me nothing. I don't need all these meteors, I'm going to get rid of one of those. And that's it. So, let's go fight the final boss. We've got 240 damage we can do with those blight cards. That's nice. So we got this guy, which isn't the sweeper, with this quick card. Isn't the quick guy, with the quick card. So now he is quick. Fly regen. Like that. This guy's going to come hit me. I'm not too worried about that. I've got enough health for it. I've got my higher heals. Might as well do damage to him. I don't want to play this because I want to try and get that quick back with the imp. Okay, I've got a lot of cards here. I'll put the quick sweep down. I can kill this guy, save my pyre some health, and end our turn. Okay, this guy's only got 3 health, so we can just kill him. Okay, finally got the imp. Like, make this guy quick. Let's save our Steward some health and hit the boss a bit more. I'm fairly confident we can take this boss on. We've still got the 2 purge cards as well, so... yeah, we're winning. So we're only going to lose 1 unit as well. Every time that spiky boy's getting hit, he's making my sweepers harder. Love it. And there we go. No rewards from this because it's the final boss. There we go, from completing the first run you unlock extra hard difficulties. Each time you complete one rank you get the next rank. Fairly standard for this type of roguelike. Good experience, we unlock more cards. Each clan has its own experience bar. And then we can see that I've won with this layout. And how many cards I've unlocked for each clan. Annoyingly, I'm 1 spell card short of unlocking one of the other clans, but that's how it goes sometimes. And that is a run of Monster Train. It's a very fun little game. You can play through it pretty quickly, and you can sort of start and stop at any point as well. It's a great little game for passing some time. I very much enjoy it, and I'm going to be playing through it in some spare time to try and unlock the extra DLC clan, because I have not played with those before. I think once I've got those, I'll do another video of this so we can see how they work together. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at Monster Train, this 1 run playthrough, but that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.